I am going to tell you how NASA is going to colonize Mars. For example, look at this video. I'll put the link in the description for the official video from NASA. It tells us how NASA is going to colonize the moon and beyond. Moon to Mars overview. NASA's human lunar exploration plans under Artemis call for sending the first woman or first person of color to the surface of the moon and establishing a sustainable exploration by the end of the decade. So scientists are going to work on the moon and have a temporary base camp there called as Artemis Base Camp. Working with US companies and international partners, we will uncover new scientific discoveries and lay the foundation for private companies to build a lunar economy. The agency will use what we learn on the moon to prepare for humanity's next giant leap, sending astronauts to Mars.
4-stage engine start. 3,
Launch
2,
starts
1.
with
Boosters
US
in ignition.
companies delivering
And liftoff of
scientific
Artemis 1.
instruments
We rise
and
together
technology
back to the moon and
demonstrations
beyond.
to the lunar surface, followed by a spaceship called the Gateway, an orbit around the moon that would support human
5 engines on the core
missions.
stage and 2 solid rocket boosters now propelling the
And
vehicle at
human
128
landers
miles
that
per
will
hour.
take astronauts to the surface of the moon. The agency
Hearing
is
good control on the roll from teams in Mission Control Houston. All good calls so far. Now 30 seconds into the flight Artemis 1. First milestone will be boarding the vehicle to pass through max Q and
gateway and transport astronauts to and from Earth. So, one of the most powerful rocket launching system in the world by NASA is named as SLS or Space Launch System rocket. It's even more powerful than the legendary Saturn V. Groundbreaking science. The moon is a treasure chest of science that holds many fascinating mysteries to explore, many that will advance our understanding of our home planet and solar system, as well as the cosmos beyond. NASA wants to use the moon's unique perspective as a science platform to look back at the Earth, observe the sun, and view the vast universe. The discovery of water on the moon is possible. Deposits of rare earth metals and also hold promise for both scientific and human exploration. NASA is working to build and identify scientific instruments and technology demonstrations for moon deliveries by US companies beginning in 2021. These deliveries will help us learn more about the moon and provide us opportunities to test new lander technologies ahead of sending astronauts to the moon. Getting there, SLS and Orion, the Space Launch System, also known as SLS and Orion spacecraft, are critical to NASA's exploration plans at the moon and beyond. NASA has designed the SLS as the world's most powerful rocket for safely sending humans on missions in deep space. Orion is specifically designed to keep humans alive for hundreds of thousands of miles from home, where getting back to Earth takes days rather than hours. The first mission will send the new spacecraft systems flying together for the first time without crew, and the second flight will take astronauts on a flight test around the moon. The third flight of SLS and Orion will carry the first woman and first person of color to the moon. Together, Orion, SLS, and the Great Wheel represent the core of NASA's sustainable infrastructure for human exploration. Humans on the moon. NASA is working with commercial companies to deliver and design and develop human landers that will deliver the astronauts to the moon. With the long-term goals of global lunar access and reusable landing systems, private sector innovation is a key to NASA's goal of sustainable lunar exploration, and the agency's many public-private partnerships are already advancing the capabilities for human spaceflight in deep space while stimulating commercial activities. NASA will begin to develop increasingly larger, more capable landers for humans that can carry more cargo and land more precisely. Future landers also will carry large roving instrumental kits to look at life-sustaining and mission-enabling resources on the moon, and collecting and returning samples to the gateway. NASA also has outlined a concept for how robotic and human explorations will put in place infrastructure for a long-term sustainable presence on the moon. These include a Lunar Terrain Vehicle or LTV to transport crew around their landing zone, a habitable mobility platform to allow crews to traverse the moon for up to 45 days, and a surface habitat that would house as many as 4 crew members on shorter surface trays. Looking to Mars, NASA also continues to work with companies to address the challenges of living in space, such as existing resources, options for disposing trash, and more. Missions to the moon are about 1,000 times farther from Earth than missions to the International Space Station. requiring systems that can reliably operate far from home, support the needs of human life, and still be light enough to launch. These technologies will become increasingly more important for the 34 million mile trip to Mars. Exploration of the moon and Mars is intertwined. The moon provides an opportunity to test new tools, instruments, and equipment that could be used on Mars, including human habitats, life support systems, and technologies and practices that could help us build self-sustaining outposts away from the Earth. Living on the gateway for months at a time also will allow researchers to understand how the human body responds in a true deep space environment before committing to the years-long journey to Mars. Okay guys, so that's it about the Artemis mission. So if you still have some more doubts, you can replay the video. I'll also send a link to this website from official NASA so that you can check it out. Thank you.